Good day and welcome to the SNN Network Summer Virtual Event. Our next presenting company is Wishpond Technologies. It is now my pleasure to turn the floor over to Ali Tasakander, Chairman, Director, and CEO of Wishpond Technologies. Sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here. Thank you everyone for making the time. So let's get right to it. So a little bit about Wishpond. Wishpond, is a marketing technology company, is an all-in-one marketing platform that is primarily built to help small businesses with acquiring new leads and making sales and carry their business online in one single platform. We've been around since 2009, and we've been growing quite solid. This year, we're forecasted to grow by 75%. And achieve $14.4 million of revenue. As of March, we were sitting on a cash balance of $11 million, and I say March because that's when our last financials were released. And we're serving more than 3,000 businesses worldwide. Majority of them are small businesses, and vast majority of them, 88% of them, are from North America, from different industries. So a little bit about, the team. Obviously, I'm not going to go through everyone on this slide. That would be time prohibitive. But about myself, my background educationally and vocationally is in computer science. I was involved with a number of technology startups. I got my MBA also from University of British Columbia here in Vancouver, and started Wishpond with my partner, Hussein Malik, back in 2009. And as you would expect, I wore many hats within the company, being the first developer in the company, and then setting up our marketing team, setting up our sales team, and everything in between. Hussein Malik, he is a serial tech entrepreneur. He founded two companies and sold one of them, SoundLogic. He sold it to Lucent Technologies back in 2000. Olivier Benson, another one of our directors, he founded a company called Can Pages, grew it to about $100 million of revenue, and sold it for $225 million to Yellow Pages, and has been involved leading other tech startups since then as well. Arinder Mahal, another board member of ours, is also director at NanoExplore, and he has a lot of public markets and capital markets experience that is very helpful to us. Our CFO, Juan Leal, he joined us in January of 2020 last year. And before joining Wishpond, he was a VP at KPMG Corporate Finance Office, and his job day in and day out was dealing with M&A transactions, both on the buy side as well as sell side. So, what is the problem that we see? What is the gap in the market that we see? It's really that over the past 2 decades, consumers have shifted their focus from traditional media to, online mediums. So, mobile devices, social networks, online. And as such, businesses wanting to get their attention, they also need to be where consumers are. In the case of small businesses, it has been especially challenging because digital is complex, and most small businesses don't have internal digital marketing resources. They don't have also financial resources to do that effectively, and they have a business to run. And then the options in front of them would be really twofold. One would be they would be able to go and subscribe to various technology tools that are out there. Majority of them, silo different tools. You need multiple of those subscriptions, try to kind of gel them together. You need access to developers and designers, and, you need to get good at copywriting, get good at advertising, and what brings you good return on investment and so forth. And if you're not a marketing expert and you cannot dedicate enough time to it, you're not going to get return on investment, and your money is just going to go to waste. The other option that they have is go to an agency. Vast majority of agencies are focused on mid-market and up. So they would charge $4,000 or $5,000 a month plus advertising budget. And for your average small business, that's cost prohibitive. It's not something that they can actually seriously, do. So that's where, you can see they're really underserved, and, there's a huge gap there with these millions of small businesses. So that's where we come in. with Wishpond, really there are three pillars to our value proposition. One is all-in-one marketing platform, all-in-one technology platform. Especially given our audience of small businesses, we've made an effort in simplifying things, integrating them, and you go to one platform that has everything you need to succeed with your customer acquisition online. The second pillar of Wishpond, after that all-in-one technology pillar, is giving them the services help and marketing expert help that they need to succeed as well. So again, if you're not a marketing expert and you don't have a professional designer and ad specialist and copywriter and all those things, even with the best technologies, the chance of success could be slim. That's where we give them an account manager who has access to all of the pool of all of those resources, the best in the world, and they can run the machinery for them and get the best results that they need. And the third element is we do it cost effectively. So if they would have had to pay $5,000 to an agency, with us, they pay, let's say, $500, and they get all the technology platform that they wouldn't have otherwise got, plus expert help and chance of success, and we still do that at 65-70% margins. And the platform includes many things. I'm not going to go through all of it, but you can imagine they can have their website run on Wishpond. They can run marketing campaigns, build landing pages, contests, pop-ups, all of those within Wishpond. They can run, email marketing campaigns, send newsletters, drip campaigns, collect payments, accept appointments, appointment booking, analyze who their customers are, look at analytics, set up workflows, have tracking, and as well as give the marketing services help that they need. So some of these I've already talked about, so I'm not going to go through every point on this slide, but a couple of things that I think are important to mention is, one, since going public in December, so about 8 months or so, 8 months, 9 months now, we've completed 2 acquisitions, and we're quite excited about how they've turned out. And we think if by the balance of the year, we do another 2 acquisitions or, maybe slightly more, that would be a positive outcome for us. The other element is that we have more than 30 native software integrations to other platforms and a lot more through, Zapier marketplace as well, but 30 native. And one of the most important ones in there for us is Shopify. E-commerce and Shopify merchants are a big vertical for us. And those clients coming from Shopify, they can have a unified view into, okay, I'm running these marketing campaigns within Wishpond that are then going to Shopify and converting. Well, let me see what the attribution is, what the analytics look like, how well are they converting, how much revenue have I generated through that. And everything that happens on Shopify, all the events and attributes about, Ali came and checked out this page and started adding these products to the shopping cart but didn't complete it. All of those are fed back to Wishpond. And then very sophisticated marketing campaigns such as shopping cart abandonment campaign and upsell campaigns and product recommendation campaigns can then be set up through Wishpond interface. So to make all of this a little bit more concrete and get a better idea of exactly what Wishpond does, I think it would be worthwhile talking about this case study. One of our clients, Boo Foods, they joined us back in 2016. They're a vegan protein bar company based out of San Diego. And they sold through retail distribution channel, and they also sold through their website directly. And they wanted to grow that direct to consumer channel on their own website. And they had an email list of about 6,500 subscribers. And they wanted to grow that. And the reason they wanted to grow that is because they didn't want to continuously have to advertise. They wanted to build their own audience of engaged people who are listening in. And, and that was quite important for them. Fast forward to now, we've helped them grow that to about 150,000 email subscribers and grow their online sales by, more than 35% and give them great return on ad spend as well. The things we've helped them with have been, we assigned a dedicated account manager to them, again, who has access to all of those resources. We've helped them with ad management, running monthly giveaway and contests, setting up their email marketing, installing pop-ups and forms and different campaigns directly on their website so that they can increase their website conversion rate. What you see on the right-hand side as a screenshot is an example of a monthly contest that is built using our drag-and-drop builder. And all the tracking of what people do on this is also using the platform. When you submit the information, it goes to the leads database within Wishpond. Then people would receive drip email campaigns telling them about, health benefits of the products of Boo Foods, then sending them coupons so that they convert. All of those drip campaigns, everything after that is also using Wishpond, to name a few of the things that we've done for them. So I mentioned we currently have more than 3,000 paying customers, and even though we serve some, several actually blue chip clients, some of the largest companies in the world, the vast majority of our focus and our revenue and, really the opportunity is the small to medium-sized businesses. E-commerce, as I mentioned, is a top vertical for us at about 25% of our customers, and then followed by B2B businesses, then agencies, and then service businesses, and so forth. 78% of our revenue comes from the U.S., 10% from Canada, and then 12% across the globe. That includes Brazil and Europe and so forth. In terms of the competitive landscape, there are a wide variety of marketing technology tools out there, and vast majority of them offer specific lead generation capabilities. So there's a company that focuses just on landing pages, and there's a company that focuses just on marketing automation, email marketing, pop-up contests, appointment booking calendars, payments, all of those. When you think about our audience of small businesses, it has been important to create that all-in-one platform that consolidates and creates cohesive experience across all of these so that the small business doesn't have to go and figure it out and try to gel them together and make sense of it all. And then very few of our competitors, even in the all-in-one space, provide the services of managing the client account and for giving them the best chance of success. And even fewer would do it at the prices that we do, that the $500 price point that I mentioned. And that's really what sets us apart and make us so attractive to our clients. In terms of customer acquisition, we have really two main avenues. One is inbound marketing and sales, and the other one is outbound. And this slide is mostly about our outbound, but let me talk about inbound for a second as well. Over the years, we've created thousands of blog posts and infographics, and hosted webinars, and we're published as part of some of the market textbooks that are taught in universities across North America. And because of those, there's a lot of interest that organically is coming to us, and that's quite great. The other part of our customer acquisition is outbound sales. So that's what this is, the predictable sales engine, where scalably and predictably $1 investment in our sales gives us $3.50 of revenue. And this is something that over the years we've spent a lot of time and effort in really fine-tuning it, setting up the right incentives for the team, setting up the right unit economics and processes around it. And last year, for example, we had 12 account executives. Those are the quota-carrying salespeople in this diagram that you see. And this year, we're on track to get that to 25. And next year, we plan to, again, almost double the number of account executives. And you can see how a lot of organic growth comes as a result of that. And then the sales engine basically has specialization. So there are people who are specialized on generating leads, prospects that we should contact. And then there are people who are doing the outreach to those prospects. And then there are people that when there's interest from the prospects, they provide a demo and establish a relationship and close. In terms of financial performance, last year we ended the year at about $7.9 million of revenue. This year, the consensus among the three analysts covering Wishpond is $14.4 million of revenue. So that's projected to be, over 75% revenue growth, and next year to almost $20 million. And these numbers are with the assumption that if we continue with our, historic organic growth, plus the two acquisitions we've already completed and integrated, then what would the revenue numbers be? And it doesn't include future acquisitions that would be upcoming. Then on the profitability and EBITDA side, you see 2019 and 2020, we were adjusted EBITDA profitable. This year, we're forecasted by the analysts to be slightly negative, around $300,000 negative. And the reason for that is because we're investing heavily in growth in the sales areas, in account management areas, as well as expanding the size of the R&D team. And next year is expected that we would, regain EBITDA profitability again. In terms of the business model, substantially all of our revenue is subscription-based recurring revenue. And we have two types of plans. We have self-serve plans and we have fully managed plans. Self-serve plans are those that primarily are used by marketing-savvy individuals, agencies, CMOs, and marketing-savvy, owners, and who have their own resources and they just need the technology. And then on the other side, for the non-savvy business owner, which is actually a majority of the small business cases, is, we have the fully managed offering where we give them the technology, but we also give them that expert help as well. And those generally are at a price point of $500 a month plus, depending. And we provide these services at gross margins of about 65 to 70%. Over the years, you can also see the composition of the self-serve and fully managed plans and how they've grown. You can see both of them have grown quite substantially, with the fully managed now becoming a larger portion compared to what it was in 2017. And then on the right-hand side, you also see that the average monthly revenue per customer over the years grow. 2016, each customer on average was paying us $82 US per month, and in now is around $330 US per month, blended between the self-serve and managed services. And that's a trend that we expect to see continue. I mentioned we made two acquisitions. The two acquisitions, the first one was Invigo, and Invigo is a profitable marketing technology and services company that is focused on the medical and healthcare industry, serving medical clinics. And this was especially attractive and interesting acquisition for us because of two reasons. One, it opened the door to a vertical medical and healthcare providers that we didn't have access to or expertise in the past. And the second reason that Invigo has been so interesting to us is that they had developed a platform called Evergenius that had a lot of complementary technology pieces. So CRM functionality, performance marketing, appointment booking, call tracking, mobile marketing, reputation management, all of those things. And we've already started integrating those technology pieces within Wishpond. We've already announced actually appointment booking part of Invigo. Evergenius is, integrated and offered to our clients. And that's the reason. The second acquisition we made was a company by the name PersistIQ. It's a Y Combinator, founded company from the Bay Area, Silicon Valley, that was serving more than 800 clients already, generating $1.1 million of U.S. revenue, EBITDA positive, and we were fortunate enough that there was a there was an opportunity for us to get involved and acquire them, and it has done tremendously well after the acquisition as well, and we couldn't be happier as well. We've already made some announcements about new offerings and all of those things as well. In terms of share price and capitalization, a few things to note is that there's a large insider ownership of Wishpond, between me and my spouse and, Hussein, my partner, and his spouse and the senior management team. There's a large percentage that is held quite tightly by us, and, we've been holding on to the stock quite well and accumulating actually more over time. The consensus target price for the company is close to $3 Canadian, that is. As you can see, when we went public in December, our initial go public price was 75 cents per share, and it shot up quite a bit to almost $2.50. And now, over the last little while, especially with the small cap tech market cooling off, it has calmed down to around 110, 120 mark that it is right now, which is, in my estimation, quite undervalued, especially when you look at comparables. Which one is trading at, based on revenue of next year about 20 million, trading at about 3.5 times, 3.8 times multiple of enterprise value compared to all these other companies that is anywhere from 5-6 times on the lower side to 20 to 40 times. So we think there's a lot of value to be gained. I myself and other management team members have also been accumulating more as we see that be the case, and we put in place NCIB, which is a share buyback program, because of that belief as well. And the company overall is doing exactly as we said we would, and continuing to deliver results on the financial basis. We have a very strong M&A pipeline that we expect to have announcements in relatively short period with more acquisitions that we had mentioned in the past. So the highlights in summary, we're talking about a space where there are millions of small businesses that are underserved, and they're not really attractive to other players currently. We have a proven and a scalable sales engine to onboard these millions of small business and do it profitably. We already have a diversified customer base of more than 3,000 paying customers, and it's an all-in-one technology stack that is very robust and very deep. Strong management team with a lot of proven track record in the marketing software industry, and a lot of growth ahead of us, both in terms of organic, expanding the sales team, as well as through strategic acquisitions that we've done 2 of them, and we expect to do more. And we really are a company that believes in responsible growth, and we have a track record of adjusted EBITDA profitability, and we don't want to get too far away from that, and plan to regain that in very short order as well. And really, that is important because that means that whatever money we have available can go into growth and acquisitions, as opposed to going into carrying our own, operating activities. So that's everything I want to cover. Thank you, everyone, for your attention. I really appreciate it. If there are any questions, I would be happy to answer them. You can enter them in the Q&A section. So one of the questions is, what percentage of your customers are product versus service? It's, as you could see in one of the slides, the self-serve versus fully managed was 50-50 in the most recent period. But what is also important to note is that we don't have any service-only clients. Even the fully managed is really itself half and half, that, they're using the tools and the technology. We're helping them get more success with it. And it's very packaged up what we do for that. It's not, we're not providing agency services as such. Okay. If there are no more questions, I think that will be it for now. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate your time.
Ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude the Wishpond Technologies presentation. Thank you for joining us. You may now disconnect.